name is Sanal. Talking about a 2015 S550 Distronic Plus functions. So this right here is a 2015 S550. We're going to take it on a road test and show you how the Distronic Plus functions work. So here we are driving in traffic. It's rush hour right now. And I'm going to activate it. You can activate it anytime. All you have to do is hit the cruise control lever and it'll come up. And I'm actually telling it to go up to 20 miles an hour. Now I'm not on the gas or the brake. And the green arrow that you see, or the green steering that you see on the bottom of the cluster where it says, I'm actually setting this speed up to 40 miles per hour. It's going to follow that Cadillac right in front of us, as you can see. And I don't even have to steer. When you see the green steering symbol on the cluster, that means the steering is actually based on the car in front of you. It's actually, as you can see, it's going to correct itself for the most part. As you can see, it's correcting right now. And there we are. It actually follows the car pretty well. The really neat feature is when the car is actually coming to a full stop. So for example, if you're in rush hour traffic, you don't have to worry about hitting the gas or the brake. And here we are. I'm not slowing down or anything. The car is doing it all on its own. It stopped. As you can see, my foot's not on the brake or gas. And it's doing this all on its own. Stopped. Now it's taking off on its own. And it's going to follow that car on its own. It's steering on its own too, as you can see. So it's pretty impressive. I can set it for whatever speed I'd like. Right now it's set at 40. I'll increase the speed. The warning on this dash is saying that it's been longer than 15 seconds for me since I put my hand on the steering wheel. But if you're traveling less than 25 miles an hour, you don't have to touch the steering wheel at all. So the car just changed lanes and it's going to actually follow the car that's next up front, and it's slowing down because there's a biker up front, and it's going to do the same thing. Now I'll have to adjust because it's not going to see the cars coming. So let's just set it back up to, let's say, 50. Up to 60. It's trying to accelerate, and it's really going to get up to 60 miles an hour. And it sees the car and it slows down on its own, as you can see. And we're going to run into some traffic up here, then you can really see how it works. Start following the car in front of us, and it sees it. What's neat about this compared to the previous generations are the fact that you can go on hills and it'll actually follow the car even on different terrain levels. So if the vehicle is higher than the radar sensor, it'll actually still pick it. So radar range is much wider than the previous ones. So here we're in traffic. You can see how well this works. So it makes driving much more easier and relaxed than the staying in traffic, so you can actually work at any rate that you want. So we're completely stopped. I have not touched the wheel at all. I mean, at the brakes at all, or the gas. And it's doing all on its own. So if you stop for longer than 10 seconds, then then you have to initially hit the gas for it to start going again. But if you are stopped for less than 10 seconds, then the car will actually accelerate on its own. Pretty impressive stuff. So right now we've been staying here longer than, so I had to touch the gas, and then it'll actually just pick up the next car that you see, and this Prius is going to come out, and let's see if it works. So it actually told me that that car is coming and we're going at a really high speed. So really, pretty impressive stuff here. So anyhow, so let's see if we can actually see how it works at higher speeds. So I've set it at 50 miles an hour. Let's see if it picks up the car. We have a Ford Escort that we're approaching, and it did pick it up. But that's really impressive because we're going around a corner and actually followed the car at that same rate. And there's two cars and it kind of split up. So you can see the radar sensor is actually working really well. Now the green arrows, the green steering is popped back up. So you can see the car reacts as it slows down, as the car made a turn. So pretty impressive stuff. Now I'll just do a quick little acceleration so you can see that when it's in Distronic Plus mode, you can override it, and it just lets you do whatever you want, and then it'll come back down. So currently the speed is set to about 50 miles per hour. I'm just going to accelerate right behind that taxi, and I'm going to punch it. So here we go. And now it's still set at 60, and I let off, and it's going to follow the car now. So there you have it. That's Distronic Plus in a nutshell. Primary benefits would be extreme rush hour traffic, low speed driving, stop and go. You don't have to worry about touching the steering wheel or the gas or brakes. So there you have it. Thank you very much for watching. Alright, so a couple of things that we forgot to talk about that's part of the driver assistance package is the active blind spot assist and active lane keeping. So as you can see, we're traveling down the road here. There's a car coming in the back. We need a car next to us for it to actually work, so I'll slow down once we pick it up. To know that the car actually has blind spot assist, it's easy to tell. There's two triangles on both side view mirrors that you can see and know that the car actually has blind spot assist. Currently we're traveling about 35 miles an hour, and there's a car coming on the left side of us. It's approaching. If you look on this mirror, as you're looking at it, it'll turn red, and I have to kind of match it. So now they're right next to us. I'm going to accelerate so that they're in our blind spot, and then I'm going to attempt to change lanes so you can see. So it's kind of scary for the person next to us, but okay, right now the car actually applied the brakes on the right front wheel and the right rear wheel to pull you back in your lane. That's how the active blind spot works. And the same with the active lane keeping. If there are cars next to you, it can actually sense. It's got the two stereoscopic cameras on the windshield that actually calculate the lane. It has to be the white lanes, and it'll know your lane position. And if there's a car next to you and you're drifting across from the lane to the next lane, it'll actually apply the brakes on the opposite wheel and get you back in the lane. So that's a Distronic Plus with active blind spot assist and active lane keeping. Thank you very much.